text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-52439. You know. 205-964-52439. You know.
They were home,
I think the issue is. Let me see. Do it again. Yeah, it's moving. I don't know why. I think the setting that you got, but anyway, it should be on the circle and the last two. But anyway, guys, just audio, trying to make sure y'all can hear Jessica. But anyway, so welcome to today's show, July 6th, 2022. We're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate where your cash or credit doesn't matter. Low entry, low risk, high reward opportunity. If you want to join us and get your questions answered live on the show, that gets you pushed to the front of the line. All you have to do is text the word Gator, and that'll get you right to the front of the line. Just to share with you our actual times. We try to get on around 3:45 Eastern, and that Eastern is 3:45-ish Eastern time, Monday through Wednesday, and on Thursdays around 7:05-ish. All right, so they say I don't do this enough, or somebody said it, so I listen. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, share, like, and follow if you're on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter. All right, so while we're waiting for you all to load or come in or whatever, I'll wait on that. I hadn't sent the text out. So how's it going, guys?
Great.
Can you all hear Jessica as clear as you hear me?
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Please let us know if you can or you can't. But anyway, so I'm gonna try to send this message out to the larger audience. Hopefully I didn't sound too crazy here. Still wholesale their house, yes. All right, so while we're waiting on others to join in and you all to start to ask your questions, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, tap the link in the bio if you want to access the playlist, the step-by-step playlist. If you're not on one of those and you want that information, text VIP to the number, and that will get you going in the right direction. Everything you need to know is right there on my YouTube channel if you didn't know or whatever. So these set of videos that I put together upon someone else's suggestion, Greg, just text VIP to 205-964-5243, and that'll get you going in the right direction also. All right. What else we got? What else we got here? You got a question? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, the first question is on Instagram. What do you do when someone sold a property to someone else?
It's recording over there? Okay, go ahead.
What to do when someone sold a property to someone else? The new person has the abandoned property now. The city is coming after the original owner.
Okay, they were a part of that deal? The person that's talking?
They're just asking what to do in that situation when the new person just bought the property, I'm guessing, and the original owner, the city is coming for it because it's abandoned property.
Well, that's not enough information, because if there was a lien on it, as far as with the city, because of the condition, maybe it was on the condemned list, a title company or a closing attorney wouldn't have done that deal, because it would have came up on the title, and that would have had to have been satisfied, whatever that meant, whether that was paying a fee or bringing it up to some certain condition or demoing or whatever the situation is. that would have had to been taken care of because they wouldn't have closed on it. It would have came up on the title work. So I would need to know more information about that situation to answer that.
All right, this is also on Instagram. Do you use your own phone number or a Google Voice? If so, why use the Google Voice?
Okay, so do you use your own phone number or do you use a third-party service such as a Google Voice? Google Voice is free and it will work for the purposes of what we're trying to do, but it's limited on what it actually offers. I would suggest one of the third-party services out there to for Google Voice. For Google, I mean, as far as a different phone number, and probably the main reason you want to use a different phone number is for tracking, to see what's working with you on your as far as your lead generation. You want to have a different phone number for your banner signs, for your website, for cold calling, for text messaging, for buyers. The reason you want to have all these different numbers because that gives you an additional method of seeing what's working and what's not working. All right, what's working, of course, you want to continue to do more of that if it's producing leads and money. And what's not working, you want to try to troubleshoot and fix it. To start generating income deals. So that's probably the main reason.
All right, I have nothing on YouTube.
You don't?
So you guys have any questions on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, drop them below.
Okay, so we got people loading in here. So while we wait on people, so if you any business, doesn't just have to be this, but if any business, you need to act accordingly by setting up the right business structure, business entity, such as an LLC. You hear it a lot. Should you start with an LLC? Technically, you don't have to start with one, but if you can put that in motion, you might as well go ahead and do it. So if you text biz, here's an opportunity to do that. You work with my people over at PCS, Prime Corporation Services. And not only will they help you set up your LLC and won't charge you to put it together, they just you only just have to pay what it costs to set it up with whatever county or state you're in. And along with that, you're going to get access to over 250 tax deductions that you can start taking advantage of because you have a business entity. You may not ever do a deal, but you'll be able to take advantage of those tax deductions because you are pursuing the business or whatever. So you want to do that if you don't do anything else. Along with business credit will be an option also. They'll have an option for that also. So text biz to the number and get yourself going right, man. Get set up the right way from the jump. All right. We still ain't got no question? Okay, go ahead.
All right, this is on TikTok. Can you wholesale in Illinois?
Can you wholesale in Illinois?
Illinois.
Yes, you can. A couple years back, they put in place that you needed a real estate license to wholesale more than one property per year. Okay, so either you're gonna do one or two things. You're gonna go ahead and get your license and start wholesaling that way, or you're going to partner up with someone that does have a license. Those are just the cut and dry ways to do it. I've heard people say you can use transactional funding and so on. But even with that being said, I did an interview with an attorney right out of Chicago, which is in Illinois, and he went through it all. So you may want to check out that particular interview from a couple years back. Just do Flipman Illinois wholesaling, or just probably Flipman in Illinois. It'll probably pop up.
All right, this person on TikTok wants to JV with you in South Carolina.
South Carolina, them my people. They love me up there, and I love y'all. Yeah, I get a lot of activity from South. As a matter of fact, when I was in the casino out in Vegas last week, a dude from South Carolina came and introduced himself last week. Yeah, they like old tie up in South Carolina, and I love y'all too. All right, so text 5050 to the number and that'll explain how that works, how we can partner. That's on houses targeting off-market properties. But if you want to partner with me on targeting properties listed with agents, then text MLS to this number, not MLM, MLS. Been getting some MLM texts in here. MLS, MLS. It don't matter. It means message. Yeah, it means multiple listing service. But
All right, this is on Instagram. When you compare properties, do you look for homes that are same shape, built similar, or as long as the property matches up like in square feet, range, year, and same neighborhood?
yeah, the last part is more important. That's still similar. It don't have to be exact. You're looking for close square footage. You're looking for past sold in a certain time frame within a year, but you can go beyond that. Ideally, you want to stay in less than that. The more recent to today you find a comparable sale, the better off you are, right? Because that's more what the present. Obviously, the year built, that matters. You want to be in a certain range on that. Like I say, the square footage. Yeah, but it's going to be rare they're going to be exact, unless it's in a subdivision where all the houses are cookie cutter or whatever. So.
All right, this is the same person that asked about that. They said, can you compare brick house to wood?
You can, yeah.
All right.
If that's your only option.
Can they also assist you with your LLC? You already have it.
You just want to probably discount the wood house a little bit because it's not brick. Say that again.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm finished. Go ahead.
This is another person on Instagram. They said, can they assist you with the current LLC setup?
Can they assist me?
No, when you was talking earlier about how they can set up if you want to start your own business.
Yeah.
They already have an LLC, so can they help set up? Help with the current LLC that they.
Yeah. They still, most definitely. That's where the business credit and helping with your potential taxes, all of that'll still be some of the services that will be offered.
All right, this is on TikTok. Can I wholesale outside of Illinois if I'm not a realtor?
Yeah, this right here get you going. This basically is. I said I was gonna start saying this. We need some things up here so I can remember what to say. But yeah, this is the place. If you got $100, boom, you can get in the game and start wholesaling virtually, which means you can wholesale outside of your city or state. Text MLS to that number, and you will thank me later.
All right, I don't have anything. There's a person in the gator room, Yusuf. If you'd like to join, you can turn on your camera and your mic, and we can add you. And
you got more?
Have the place to yourself today.
You got more, Ken?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can go through the topic already.
Oh, I see some. Why is it like that?
What?
It was kind of acting weird.
Okay, now you see questions.
I see it. Let me scroll down.
Can you all hear Jessica good? Maybe you're not at the mic.
Hello. All right, this came from DeAndre Johnson. He said, hey Ty, can I use your one-page contract to put vacant land under contract?
No, I have a contract for that. Just go to YouTube and do Flipman land contract, a contract for land.
Okay, this one says, is there a contract for a buyer that you can provide?
The same contract can be used. Sometimes they won't want to use that contract as long as the terms don't, as long as the terms match up enough with your contract, you're good. But the contract that you use for sellers that I give away is the same contract you can use for buyers. And if you text the word contract, in this video, I explain how to use your contract for sellers and buyers.
Okay. This one says, is it possible to JV with 3 folks? If so, would you do it?
I've done it, yes. You know, but the more normally, not always, the more people involved, a lot of times the more that those deals are hard to pull off. Not always, of course.
This one says, does a deal still have to be off market for you to partner with it?
That was a standing policy for a number of reasons. If it's not off market, you would need to have followed the instructions in this video. Where is it? I just had it. You need to follow the instructions in this video if it's not off market. You got to know what you're doing.
All right. Let's see. This one says, if I give $10 earnest money as the wholesaler for earnest money, how do I determine the amount of earnest money that the buyer will need to pay?
Well, normally, I'm normally not going to do less than $1,000 with a buyer or whatever. You could do less or whatever, but normally I've done less, but normally 1,000 or more, just depending on the property.
Okay. Let me read one more, and then I'm gonna add him to the chat. This one came from Facebook. They said, "Hey, Clip, how would a realtor assign or you assign a contract if they represent you as a buyer and the seller in dual agency?"
Well, the agent, so how would an agent basically help you to wholesale a deal? Well, they're not going to really do anything. It's still up to you to put the deal together. The agent is not going to assign anything or any of that. They just the gatekeeper in that situation between you and the seller, you and the buyer, or whatever. Mainly you and the seller. So they're not. If I understand your question correctly, they're not going to have anything to do with that. Yusuf.
Hello.
Peace. What's up? Flip, man. Peace. King, how you doing, brother?
How's it going, my man?
I'm truly blessed, man. I got some great news. Remember last time we talked, we were talking about that those commercial properties on Garland Grove, and basically you were saying if it's in that area like that, they wouldn't sell.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, that number that was on there, I had called it prior to me talking to you, and a representative called me back. And so he was like, "Are you interested in the property?" I was like, "No, not really, because I don't think you're selling it." He said, "Well, what property are you interested in?" I was like, "Oh, give me a minute." So I said the buffet, and he said the buffet is actually for sale. So they're willing to sell the buffet that we talked about. And I asked him, I said, "So what is the what are you asking for?" And he said 2 million. I said, "So are you willing to negotiate?" He said, "Absolutely."
Okay, so is the buffet operational?
Absolutely. You want the address again?
Well, you don't have to quote it out here.
Okay.
Well, so now they want to sell it for 2 million. So basically, they're selling the property or the business or the business.
I didn't go into detail because I was kind of like caught off guard, because once you gave me your breakdown about that situation, I was like, okay, it was a no-brainer. So once he called me back and he was like, "What property are you interested in?" It was 3 of them. So that was the one on my list, because I was just thinking about, I was talking to you about it being a potential mid-Atlantic seafood and everything. So I just came to him. I said, "Well, the buffet." He said, "Yeah, we're willing to sell it." I was like, "Okay."
All
So
right. So
I didn't go into details. So what would you
So let me
say?
give you a couple things you want to know, right? Number one, you want to know if are they selling just the business, meaning the buffet, or are they selling the building, the property itself, and the tenant of the buffet is just leasing the property from them, or they selling both? They selling the business, the buffet itself, and the property itself. So those are going to be 2 different things. Now, if they're selling the business, then you're going to need to get in. I know nothing about the restaurant business, but I do know this. Okay, at the end of the day, you're going to get down to the revenue that they're generating, on a monthly, and you can figure out the annual, well, you can just go annual and fill out the monthly, annual basis, and what are the expenses, right? And
Right.
then now it also boils down to if they're just selling the business, who are they leasing to, and what are the terms of that lease, as far as the length of the lease, the lease, what are their lease payments, what are they responsible for, right, under that lease. So $2 million may be a smoking deal, or they may be in la la land. You won't know until you get get that information.
Okay. I was most high willing. I would like for you to partner with me on that deal. So right now, would contact them and ask them, are they selling the business or are they leasing the business? That's what I'm asking them.
Well, when you call them back, you want to ask them. I say that $2 million price, is that just the business, or is that the business and the property? Please explain. And they'll go into detail with that. They should have did it anyway. But
So,
once you know that, then you'll get into if they're trying to sell the business again. If they're trying to sell the business, regardless if the property comes with it or not, you still need to know about the revenue that it's generating annually,
right.
and the expenses. You're going to need more information than that, but that's the start.
Okay, so I'm asking them for the 2 million. Does that come with the business, or is he selling just the building? Did I get that correct?
Yeah.
He's selling the business or just the building?
Yeah. You want to know whether they selling the property or not, or they're leasing or not. You want to know what the terms of the current that situation there. Now they just own the property, they may not be paying a lease or anything. It may own it outright or a mortgage, but that won't really have anything to do with you or whatever. So.
Okay. All right. And I have another property. I was sitting out doing driving for dollars, and I was kind of like basically done because I didn't see no property. So a guy walked by, and he had spoke to me. So I said, hey man, how you doing? He said, hey man, I'm bum tired. I said, man, go get some rest. So then he came back through. I was like, dude, you supposed to be getting some rest. What you doing? He was like, man, my mom just died, and I got to tend to this property, man. I'm trying to get it sold to a realtor. So bells went off. I said, you selling the property? I said, you mind if I walk with you, check out the property? And again, pardon me for that, but sorry for your loss. So when we walked to the property, his mom owned it's a connected house, but they identical. So it has one bath, and I was wondering, I'm saying, can we comp that property? Because he was asking 140 for the property, and he has a realtor that he's dealing with. But I asked him, can I deal directly through you? He was like, yeah. I said, so are you the owner? He said, yeah. He said it was inherited. And basically he want 140 for one. So I said, so what are you asking for? 280? He said 3. I was like, what you mean? He said, yeah, you're right. 280. I was like, you were 140 a piece, that's 280. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was wondering, can we comp that property? And I asked him too, are you willing to negotiate if it's worth that? So can we comp that property?
Yeah, we'll do it right now. What's hold on, let me pull this up. So you say this is a house or is a commercial property?
No, it's a house.
Okay.
It's a house. It's residential.
All right. Just let my thing pull up here. I guess I can share my screen. Let's see here. Window, Chrome tab.
So I asked them if that 2 million acquired, like 2 million include the business or just the building. Gotcha.
All right, what's the address?
22, 221 Howard Street, Hagerstown, Maryland, 21740.
Howard Street.
Yes, sir. This was last week when I got this information. I was praying you did a live streams, but it was the hell of a day is going on. So I figured you was out there enjoying yourself, but I couldn't wait. As soon as I got that notification, I jumped on the phone like, I gotta go.
Okay, so just to look at it really quick here, so they paid 90,000 back in 2009. They own 3 other properties. It's in Donald Beige, a bag. I'm not sure how I pronounce it, but
Yeah.
all right. Now I showed that it was listed back in 2020
Okay.
for $125,000, and it
Right.
didn't sell at that price.
Uh-huh.
And when was that in 2020? That was in February, so that was before Corona. Okay. All
Right.
right. So let's see here.
It's 2 properties. The properties are together. It's just a one house, but it's split.
Hmm.
So it's 221 and 223.
Okay. All right. Let me look at that then. Let me see if that's a difference. All right. So does that look like the property right there?
Yeah, you can turn it around. Hold up. Yep. No, oh, you gotta go the other way. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's all
So,
together. Yeah,
so,
both those
so,
properties together.
so is this one here too, or just this one?
No, it's just that one. That's 2 separate houses together.
Okay. All right. So it's already taking that in account
Okay.
uh, with that. So it's 2432 square feet right here. Um, just to look at it really quick.
And it has 1 bathroom in there. So I thought that was kind of off too. Like, do you ask for 140 for one of them? And they only got 1 bathroom. They got an attic and all that. And it got room for that, make an additional bathroom once the renovation take place and add on to it, bring the value up. But it
Mhm.
definitely needs, and it's a small bathroom at that. Like it looked like a guest bathroom, but it's like it's super tight. So yeah.
All right, let me Google this property on the same street sold recently, and
Okay.
let me Google that address. 320 and 322. Okay, so that property only sold for 130, right?
Okay.
Um, so that 125 that they were asking 2 years ago was bought in line. What's the condition of it? Do you know?
I got pictures of it. It needs painting. It definitely needs painting. Like it got that old smell in there. Got
Hmm.
that old like sitting smell. It definitely need a lot of some sheetrock work. It ain't no holes in the wall, nothing like that, but it definitely needs a
Well, just on the server, I'm just letting you know he's in La La Land.
say no more.
In La La Land. You need to be around what did I say? 130, and
Right,
he's at 280. And it looks like he was guessing because
right.
suggested um you suggested the 280, and he was like, oh yeah, that's what I mean, or
Mhm.
whatever. And so
Right.
but uh you go back to him and say, man, well, that's treated as one property or whatever. And
Okay.
the original number that I gave you, which said 140, he was asking, he said that was actually too much. We would
Right.
have to probably be, south of 100,000 quite a bit or whatever.
Okay.
Well, the first thing you wonder when you call him back, was he the only child? Let's back up. First thing when you call him back, was there a will, a recorded will before his mother passed? Okay. If it was, then who is the executor of the estate? Right.
As a matter of fact, he was. Excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off, but he said that. And by you saying that, he said that.
That he was the executor.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay. All right. So he should be the decision maker on it.
Right.
Right. If that's accurate. All right.
Okay.
And so but you're a long way from where you need to be. But
Say no more.
so again, I don't know if I asked this, is the property livable or not?
Yes, yeah, it's little. Yeah.
That's where he's living now, or what? Or
No,
no?
no, he's not living in it. He was just when I ran into him, he was just doing some paint work. He was caulking up the edges around there, but the roof is good. Yeah, you can live in it. You can definitely live in it.
All right. Well, that house is a huge house. It's almost 2,500 square feet. So
Right.
to renovate a property like that, it can be extensive.
Right.
If we, it's you want you're basically going to be going from 280 down to probably like 30, right? So that's like a long way from where it needs to be. Uh,
See?
Now, if it's livable, like it's hard for me to make a real judgment on it because without seeing it or whatever, you may can get up to half of that. Maybe if we say 130, get up to 65 or so.
Right.
Because it may be a good rental for someone that may pay 75 or 80 for it, if not a little more. But that's hard to say without the condition. But you're going a long way, even if you go back to from 280 back to 80. I'm sorry, 280 back to 60. That's still a huge jump. But you never know. Just tell them you make a mistake on it without, doing your due diligence. So
Right. But like I said, like I asked him what he was asking for, and he said 140. So then I was like, for both properties, and he said, I was like, so you want 280 for both properties because it's connected together. It's totally split. And as it's a tenant actually living in the other part of the house on the opposite side. Tenant living in it.
well, 2 years ago they tried to sell it for 125 and couldn't sell it. It was on the market for 184 days. They couldn't sell it.
Okay.
So half a
Okay.
year. So we know that's not gonna work.
Right.
Unless something change in that time frame now.
Yeah, so if he couldn't get it for 120, he definitely ain't gonna get it for no 140 or nothing like that. So he got to talk like he like you was saying, you got to come down at least about 70 or 80 for real.
Yeah. Anyway, call him back, make the offer and we'll go from there.
Okay, and as far as that commercial, call them back to and ask them what does that 2 million entail? Is the business for sale or just the building?
Correct.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you again, big brother, man. I appreciate you, man. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
Hopefully we get something to work on these deals. You
All
be
right.
easy, man. Peace, King.
Yes, sir. Oh, let's get it.
All right, this person asked this in the private chat there in the bedroom. It said, "Hey, put me in thanks for the platform. I have a property that is hard to find comps. They gave you the address. Can you help them?" And they gave you what the asking price is, and the asking price is 425,000 and down for 640,000.
Okay. Let me share my screen again. They gave the address.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why are you doing that? Can you tell them they can see your screen? Because TikTok, they like,
Yeah, if y'all want to see the screen, you're just gonna have to get over to YouTube and do that. Just go to YouTube and do a search for Flip Man, and the live feed should be the first thing you see or whatever. So what's the address?
It is 2821 East Tamarisk, TAMARISK Avenue, Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix.
My family.
All right. So this was a ML listed property back in January. It was on MLS for one day. I don't know how accurate that is, but for 640,000. Let's look and see if it's still listed or anything. Just to double check. Okay, so it's listed right now. Is it the same day? Yeah, for 2820. I mean, listed for 425. Okay, so we can let's use Privy on this since it's in Phoenix. I think that's one of their areas. Let's try to use both of these tools. All right. All right. Okay, so it's a third party, so it won't. But we can still probably do it though. Let me see. Best activity.
I'm gonna say this while you're waiting, but if you guys want to hop on the live, all you do is text the word Gator, Gator, to the number 205-964-5243. Look at
Yeah, if they're trying to, if they
205-964-5243.
want to ask a question on the live stream, yeah.
So that's how you do it. Let me put the man in there.
All right, so let's go ahead and comp this. All right, so I'm just going to go with the MLS data here. Okay, so ideally, whenever you're comping a property, just to go through this for guys that don't know, and if you're on Instagram or TikTok, you can go back to the 35:30 mark on YouTube later on to look at this 35 minutes in. All right, so ideally, we don't want to cross over major streets here. So the thicker white lines, thicker yellow lines are normally major streets. So we got enough activity here below the red dot there. That's our property. So what I'll do to eliminate those and only look at the properties that we really want to focus on, we go here, use the draw tool, and just pull those. All right, and so first couple of things we want to look at is the year built, lot square footage, and the square footage of the property itself. So this property was built in 1963. We got properties in here were built in the 2000s. So I'm going to eliminate those by doing this 1968 or better. So it's only going to just leave those two properties, I think. If they're older, it's cool, but when they're that much newer, we really want to compare likes to likes as much as possible. So number 1 and 2, our lot is a lot bigger than those in the house itself. So that 425 that they're asking is a good number for it, right? It's been on the market 159 days. So it has almost 1,200 views. So maybe 10 views, not quite 10 views a day. They just asking full price. There's nothing special about this. Why is he? What did he say? Why is he targeting this? There's nothing special about this. Yeah, there's nothing special about it. It's overpriced. Just looking at this, it's livable. Looks like, but it's leaving out of work. But it's overpriced. There's nothing special about this. Probably need to be at half that. So obviously they're not probably hearing that. So there's no reason to target this property. That I wouldn't, unless you got something else planned for it. Yeah. La la land. Remember that word or that phrase.
All right, Keenan, and then we can add Joshua to the chat.
Okay.
All right. This question came in from Instagram. Hey, without the later, I was told this is impossible to start this new.
No, because the internet hadn't always existed. But real estate has, and wholesaling right behind it has for a long time. So it can be done without the internet. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. I hate to give the example, but I have to do that as I drive it home. We used to ride horses. Now we drive cars. Horses will still get you to pretty much anywhere you want to go. Now, how long it takes, who knows? Could a horse take me to California, Oksana? What would you estimate the number of months for us to get out there? How many times we're going to have to feed, let them drink water? We'll get there. If someone knows, please let us know. How long would it take to ride a horse from Birmingham, Alabama to Los Angeles, California? So my point is, is that, yeah, you can do this without these tools because people do it, because you're still going to have access to the internet. You don't have to have these tools, right? You're still going to have Zillow and other sites like that are free. You got your public websites with the count and all that stuff. It makes it a little bit more difficult, but you still have, if you're watching this, you have access to the internet. So it's not that extreme of a horse to a car or whatever. It's more probably like a car to a plane. You know what I'm saying? It's probably more like that. Probably not even that extreme. It's probably more like riding a Greyhound bus and driving your own car. No, I knew it would take longer than 3 weeks. No, you gotta let it rest. That's all part of letting them rest. You go just straight out just keep going and no water. We're gonna be laid out in the desert somewhere in Texas and Arizona, and I don't know if that's the route, but anyway. But yeah, the point is, yeah, you could do it without those tools. You have people doing it, but normally when people do a deal, now they can afford those tools to make it easier. So you can do it without it.
So that's why it takes so long.
So we can ride to Tuscaloosa in a day, Jessica. How much would they have to pay you to take a horse to Tuscaloosa?
Me?
Yeah.
That's not a million.
Millions? 100,000. 100,000. 10. Golly, kid, you just start walking now. Tuscaloosa, you start walking now. I got $1,000 for you. You start walking now. But on a horse, we said. Fun?
On a horse?
Man, you crazy.
You gotta know how to ride. You know how to ride.
Yeah, horse ain't, you know what I'm saying? You can mess up all this, you know what I'm saying? Just.
All I gotta do is listen to I'm going to take
Oh,
no,
don't.
yeah, don't slow.
No. Don't bring that cat up on this show. But anyway, back to the questions. Y'all know I need my own. I need another channel where I can just talk about stuff, anything I want to talk about. I got the crazy stuff I want to talk about. Just let my mind work. Anyway.
Some people on Instagram want to know where they can find your picture.
Oh, that's beautiful. Back to business. I'm sorry. Text the word contract to this number, and not only will you get access to the contract for free on an unlimited basis, also show you how to fill it out for sellers and buyers for free.
All right. I'm gonna add Joshua to the chat.
Josh Calhoun. Mr. Calhoun.
What's up, Flip, man?
You gotta play. Why? What's happening?
Not much, man. I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama, in your backyard, brother.
All right, what part of town, Playboy?
Right now I stay in Smithfield, but
Okay.
I need your help, man. I got an appointment with a possible seller Saturday, and I know what he's asking. He asked for 45, but I want to make sure I got the comps right. Can you help me out with that?
What part of town? I can probably tell you off the top.
Part of town. It's in 35228.
Okay, that's Midfield. Now Midfield, past Green Acres. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So which part of Midfield is it over there by just off of the Fair Oaks community over by the Fair Oaks community of Fairfield, or is it on the other side?
It's a little close to. It's a little close to Fairfield. It's not far from sorry, my daughter's screaming.
You know what?
I know what the church is shaking up.
Yeah, on the freeway. Not on the freeway.
It's not too far.
Highway. And so
not too far.
Is it the neighborhood behind there?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, 45 too much.
45 too much.
Yeah, is it a brick house?
Well,
before I say that, is it a brick house or anything like that? Or
no, it's not a brick house. Well, here's the thing though. He's asking 45. He still owes 38 on it. But here's the thing. He has a renter. he has a renter, and the renter been there for 2 years, and the renter said he's not going nowhere. So basically,
How
I'm
much?
trying to see. The rent is 600 a month. I know it's kind of low.
Yeah, that's low.
I know it.
Well, how many bedrooms and bath?
3 bed, 2 bath.
Yeah, that's low. For 3.2, that's low.
I know it's low.
He should be almost getting $1,000 over there at least.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
He told me his house got appraised for 75 last year, but that's last year.
Yeah, that it wouldn't be if you could if it was if they were getting 800-900 at least or whatever,
Yeah,
it would probably be a good turnkey situation for somebody.
I
But
got
you
you.
know, he's asking too much on that. I ain't trying to discourage you, but you asking me what I think. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yes, sir.
That's all good. I appreciate you.
Now if you just want to go out there for the experience, you know, whatever. But
Oh, I'm gonna go. I told him I was gonna go, but at least I know.
yeah, all right, cool. All right,
Well,
yeah,
thank you, sir.
yeah. If you, just hit me up and let me know how that go.
I'll let you know.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
Yeah. You know what you talking about? You know what you talking about? Yeah.
All right, this person said, sending the link to the crazy channel, for the crazy stuff you want to talk about.
What we gonna call it? No, no. We can't associate it with the other. Uh-huh. Oh, a lot of people. I don't know if it's copyrighted, but yeah, trademarks. Yeah, plum plug, but we ain't gonna be too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just just current stuff.
I got a lot of them, so I'm gonna try to learn.
All right, let's get it.
This one says, look, man, I found land on Privy. How can I submit it to you? It's free and clear, never built on, with utilities installed.
Text me and I'll tell you where you can send it.
All right, this one says, Ty, Rob here. Can we partner on a deal I'm putting together with an agent or refer to you as a driving for dollars deal?
We'll take a look at it. Text it over.
Okay, this one says, hey, Mr. Flip, can you explain how the money breaks down when you have a buyer's agent on the seller side of the deal, agent on the buyer side of the deal, and a wholesaler that has to get their money also?
Okay, great question. All right, so they want to basically for us to break down when you have an agent for the buyer, an agent for the seller, how the money is broken down. So it's still the same thing. Now, if you've agreed to pay some of that, if not, then it's really simple. But meaning that the seller gonna pay what they're gonna pay to their agent, the buyer gonna pay what they're gonna pay to their agent, if that's the way it's set up. All right, so let's just say the numbers work out this way. You got in the contract with the seller at $150,000, and the buyer agreed to pay $175,000, so that's a $25,000 spread. So what happens is they're going to probably base the deal on that 175 as the sold price. Not always, but that's normally what they try to do because it's more money for them. All right, so we'll just say the commission is 6%. So if the commission is 6%, 6% on 175,000 is $10,500. So divide that by 2, the agents will split that, and you keep your 25. Now, if it's a situation where you agreed to pay part or all of one of those sides of the commission, then you're going to be out the difference, out of your 25,000. So it's just going to depend on how the deal was negotiated.
This one says, I sent a land deal a few days ago and wants to know if there was an update. Give us some time to catch up on those because we were out the past few days with the holiday and everything. This one says, when it comes to comps, do beds, bath, and basement garage have to match?
No. They'll factor in, but they don't have to match.
Okay, she said she found a few properties that were the same but were recently remodeled, so they have an extra bed or a finished basement or an extra garage. What's the correct way to know you have great comp?
The square footage, similar square footage. Within that, an appraiser is going to do 15 to 20% up or down. So if it's but we just say 200 you know, using the techniques that Jamil and them use, but 200 plus or minus the square footage. So if it's 1,000 square feet, you can go to 1,200 down to 800. That's 1,000 minus, 200 minus 1,000, 800. 200 plus 1,000 is 1,200.
Okay. This one says, "What's up, man? Bama, thank you for changing my way of life."
You changed your way of life. I was just the paint and the brushes. You painted the wall. I'm just the tool. Has to be used.
This one says, "I need a contract to text a guy that lives in Texas. I'm in Missouri."
We got you. Oh, Tyron, got you. Contract. Text the word contract to 205-964-5243. Oh, this was brilliant, Oksana. Well, you did suggest it. She just went and got it.
Neo said, "Are you aware Chicago real estate agents have the worst attitudes?"
That's the agents in a lot of places. But see what you're looking for. Yeah, most of them are not going to be receptive. That's cool. But you're going to have some. You're going to have a couple of types of agents out there. Chicago is a very big place, so you're going to have thousands of real estate agents. A lot of them are not doing so well in that business, and they're looking for an opportunity. You could be that opportunity. They may have never looked at it the way you could bring it to them. You will basically spend all the money or time to generate the leads. Only thing you need is them to show up to sign, right? Or, online or whatever. Or you're going to have some agents. I know if I was an agent there, come one, come all, wholesalers. Let's get it. Let these other clowns have their lips poked out, thinking they're better than us. Y'all, every Saturday, we're going to have a networking event. All the wholesalers in Chicago come meet me. Filter your deals from me. We ain't got to split it 50-50. Just let me get 25% off the deal for you to use my license. That would be brilliant. Somebody doing it. While I'm saying it, somebody's doing it. That's pimping. That is highest form.
All right, this is on TikTok. Who should come to closing first?
Say what now?
Who should come to closing first?
Well, a lot of times everybody come to closing at the same time. Yeah, please be a little bit more clear for us.
What's your name is?
Yeah, she about to start bumping over there. We didn't got some good time in here. Okay, we got some good time in here. We get Amber on. What's going on, Amber?
Hey.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Where are you live streaming from?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What's the what? Real quick.
Yes.
Kansas City, Kansas.
Kansas City,
Missouri.
Kansas City,
What
Missouri.
is the difference? Educating the ignorant.
They're in two different states.
But the same city.
No.
I didn't know. That's why I'm asking. They're not in the same place.
No, they're two different states, two different cities.
How far? A long way?
Next to each other.
That's what I meant. Like when you say next to each other, like if I wasn't from there, would I know the difference? If I was just riding around, you say, you know we're in Kansas. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe not. Let's say you can walk across the street, be in Missouri, walk across the street, you're in Kansas.
Now, that's what I was talking about. I knew I wasn't crazy. I thought that's what it was.
Well,
okay.
I wouldn't say that, but
I thought that's what it was. Okay, girl.
So I finally got a house under contract. It took a little bit. Finally got it under contract.
Okay.
As soon as I got the contract, it wasn't even 10 minutes later, I received an email from a law firm saying that they have a lawsuit against the property because it's in a condemned state.
Okay.
And so I'm just wondering if I should even proceed with this process because
who is the attorney? Is someone representing the city?
Yeah, they're representing the neighborhood association.
Okay. And so how did Did you respond back to him?
I have not yet. I just received the email yesterday, and so
Okay.
I'm reading through the paperwork.
Yeah, reply back to him. So, well, how can this be resolved?
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
because it may be a minor thing to resolve it.
Hmm.
Well, I wonder how they knew. I wonder how they knew you had it under contract.
Well, the seller told them. I
Okay.
re- I received the signed contract from the
Uh-huh.
seller after I've sent it to them. They've had it for like a month, and then it wasn't 10 minutes later I received the email from the law firm. So I'm
Okay,
like, and
let's run through the numbers. You know the ARV off the top of your head?
well, to me, I can give you the property address and everything. To me, I have the ARV at about 134.
Yeah, let's comp it right quick. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. What else? Okay, what's the address?
4300
All right.
Bellefonte. So we say Bell Fountain, but it's Belle.
That's it right there. Okay. You can see my screen.
I'm lagging a little bit.
Are you okay?
Avenue, yeah, Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay. All right. You're on your phone?
Yes, on my phone and on the computer.
No problem. All right. Ooh. Man, Miguel owns a lot of properties according to this.
They do. They've had this property, I believe, for like 12 years. And I just called just because I was driving around, I saw it was abandoned. And so I
Miguel,
said, well, let me
if this doesn't work out, Miguel may be a buyer.
well, maybe other properties. I don't know if he'll be a buyer, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean on other properties. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So let's see here. What we got. So this is a 1925 build. Um wow, Amber, I'm not showing anything. Okay, we got one that's sold on the same street for basically around 41,000. Um it's a little bigger. The lot is a little smaller, a little older. Then we have another one, number 2, sold for 80, 68, 75, 99. See, I'm not really showing anything that's and what'd you say you had in the contract for?
I ended up getting it for 42.
42. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, okay. I stand corrected. All right. So let me dive into a couple of these to see what condition they're in. All right. So let's look at this one.
So
See if
I did find several flipped comps that
uh-huh.
are kind of around in that area.
Okay.
I don't know if I can use those or not.
Let's see here. All right. No photos on this. Let me see here. Thought I was gonna have some photos. Let me see if it's any on Zillow. No photos on Zillow either, but that house that needs looks like it needs to be renovated. Looks like it. Let me look at another one. Let's look at this one that sold for 68. I'll just Google it instead of pulling it up that way. All right. All right. No photos on that one. Let's look at this one that sold for 75 or so. I'm trying to get the condition of them so I can know if, or the way it's looking like. Well, let me ask you, on that property there, is it livable? The one that you have?
So I haven't, and I may be doing this incorrectly, but I haven't gone to the property to look inside.
Uh huh.
And so it was a rental property. It said it was vacant, but I don't know how long it's been vacant. It doesn't look completely run down. It doesn't have, dangerous property sign on it or anything like that.
Okay. pay nothing for this. Let's see here. All right. I'm going to let me blow this up a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna use this draw tool here on this. All right, so let's see now. You may have something here. That may be something you can move. Just gonna have to find out what it's gonna cost to resolve that. What did the attorneys call it? How did they term it?
Let me, because I put it in the chat. It was, I have to go to, let's see if I can go to the actual email. It freaked me out.
No, I think you're okay. Let me see. 2011. Yeah, this one right here that sold on the same street sold for 111. Let's look at that one. Let's look at the before and after on that one. So it sold public record, sold for 111, it sold for 135. That can't be right. Yeah, they did a pretty good rehab on that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It said write down the lawsuit and the list pending on the chain of title act as it incumbents to the title of the property. Upon completion of the rehabilitation of the property, Oak Park would release the list pendants and dismiss the lawsuit. So basically, they said the lawsuit is to make sure that the house gets fixed up.
Oh, okay. Okay. So so that the title company will be able to explain that more, but I think it's not a big deal. They just want to see it renovated or whatever.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So yeah, you may have some here.
Okay. Okay. As I was thinking about it more, I was like, well, maybe they just want it fixed up, and so maybe I should just calm down and keep moving on.
Yeah, and just respond back to them. So tell them I'm not an attorney, so you're basically saying the house needs to be renovated. You know, and what are those parameters for that? So you just want to make sure it's not going to cost a lot of money or any money at all, right? You know, that's what you're trying to find out.
Right. Okay.
All right. So yeah, let us know how that turns out.
All right, I will.
All right. Please join us again.
Okay. I thank you for your time.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Take care.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So now I need to go into it. All right. So what's the question? Seller lives out of state. Can you still wholesale their house? Of course you can. Those are some of the better deals. And guess why? You don't have to deal with them, face to face. Now that's me. Some people love, and people. Me personally, if I only have to communicate through text, call, or email email. That is such a beautiful thing, right? And then, especially if your buyer is local, but your seller's not in town, everything is handled through email or overnight mail with the title company or closing attorney. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. And part of the reason why you'll build just list targeting out-of-town owners is because of that. And a lot of times the motivation is there because they are not there and they can't handle business on that. I'm just noticing your hair. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. Anyway, so to answer the question, most definitely, yes, you can. It is a beautiful thing. Yes. Yeah, we're going to do Lord because if they start playing music, Ken just take them off. Big Lord, what's happening, man? You can hear me? He froze. Sorry about that, L. Lloyd. They moving again.
You can hear me good?
Yeah, your screen froze up on us. It's just black now. You doing this on your phone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, for some reason we can't see your thing. Now try to put him off and put him on again. Just okay. Yeah, he got a bad signal. He ain't moving again.
You can see me now?
Yeah. No, we can't, but go ahead though. As long as we can hear you, go ahead.
All right. All right. Today I was on the marketplace, Facebook marketplace, and I seen a property guy. We talked, he said he wanted 45 for it. But I had talked him down to 25. But it needed a whole, we're talking about full renovation on it. And from your numbers that I had did, it was like 56. And the ARV came out to be 95. I want to see, can I get a comp on it of the house up around the area?
All right. What's the address?
213 Moore 76634.
Wait a minute. Moore Street, Moore Avenue, what?
He just gave me 213 Moore, and he gave me the zip code 76634.
76634. Oh, I'm acting like y'all seeing my screen. What city is this in?
It's in Texas. It's in what he said, Clinton, I think Clinton, Texas, or it was something around in that little area.
Is that near you?
Sir, is it near me?
Yeah, it's near you.
No, I stay in Marlin, Texas. No,
Okay.
I stay in Marlin, Texas. I think it's probably like an hour and a half. It's around like Meridian, Texas, in that area.
So Clifton, Texas. That sound right?
Clifton, that's it. Clifton. Yes, sir. Yep.
All right.
Yep. 213 Moore.
Yeah, I got it here. All right. Showing he paid $13,000 for it back in May of last year. He owns 2 other properties going to that address anyway. All right, only 1 comp in that area, right? And it may be because of how large this property is. It's a huge property. It's almost 2,800 square feet. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reduce the square footage.
Right.
See, pull up more properties. Yeah, see, properties, the highest comp that I'm showing is 78,000, well, 77,000. And so with that being said, yeah, what's the condition of the property?
Oh, the condition of the property is it's tore up. He sent me some videos of it.
Okay. Yeah, see, it'll cost more to repair that property than what it'll appraise for.
All right. So that probably won't be a good deal then, huh?
No, sir, it wouldn't.
All right. I've been checking you out, Flip, man. I've been doing my research and everything. I've been putting in a little work. So I've been watching. I think everything you've been doing, boss.
No problem, man. Keep banging. Let us know. Please join us again if you got more questions.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Peace.
No problem. Have a good day. Boom. All right, guys, we've been rolling pretty hard here. We got it in. If you didn't get your questions answered, post them in the comment section of any video and answer those on a daily basis. We are live Monday through Wednesdays around 3:45-ish Eastern time. So check your local listings. That's what they say, don't it? Check your local listings. I got it. Thursday, 7:05-ish Eastern. Check your local listings. That's what they say. Oh man, I got it. And what they said? What other thing that just? Make sure you subscribe, share, like, and follow. Subscribe, share, like, and follow. And we'll hopefully be back tomorrow evening. Dang, I just put it up at 7:05 Eastern. Check your local listings. See you on the flip side.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know. 205.